Hello, everybody. SC Rich Enough here, and welcome back to another very special episode of PS5 On Showcase. Because today it is Halloween, at least for me, when I'm making and uploading this video. So we're checking out a spooky add-on today, which is the Dwellers add-on, which adds in a bunch of famous monsters from all. I'm sure you'll recognize a couple of them. Another thing it adds in, which I think is cool, is a bunch of new blocks, which I think is really neat. A bunch of new decoration blocks and stuff. But obviously, the main point of the add-on is the horrifying new monsters. So as you saw in the intro, without further ado, I think we'll get right into it. And what I think I'm going to do is, for each dweller, I've basically set up a device over here. Um, so I have a kit of gear basically in here, right, that I'm going to be wearing, and I have a device, right, which is I need to put a button down for it, but basically I'm going to be putting a monster in the spawner and spawning it in and actually looking at it in survival so you can kind of get more of a natural feel for it, and then we'll do a brief like review of the monster in creative. Let me just hide the redstone track there. All right. Anyways, without further ado, I will see you guys when we are checking out the very first monster, which is, kind of has three variants to it. Without further ado, let's check out the Mimic.
Everything is normal around here. Do I look suspicious? Are they on to me?
So, let's go into a little more detail into the Mimic. So obviously it's a simple monster, but creepy all and scary nonetheless. So the sheep one is rather simple. However, you'll notice every variant of the Mimic mob, if you listen and watch closely, they don't behave exactly like the normal mobs. I'll show you what I mean with the sheep one here if we just give it a second. Maybe it doesn't want to do it, but sometimes it'll make really bizarre noises that aren't normal to a sheep. So I'll just kill it now. But we also, as you heard,
Hello. Better
the
go.
the villager and wandering trader version of the Mimic will actually speak to
Hello
you,
there. Oh,
which is kind of creepy in my opinion. So
I have a couple of great deals for you.
I don't even know what he's something about emeralds or something. But I think they're a cool but simple monster. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the next monster, which is not a mimic. It is actually the All-Seeing One, is this one's name. This one's rather disturbing. So, without further ado, the All-Seeing One. As you can see, the All-Seeing One obviously works way different than the mimics. It actually turns invisible and will stalk you. Which, if you just heard that grass over there, that was it. Sometimes you'll hear it walking around you. So although I'm in creative, it's actually still gonna be stalking me. So I'm actually trying to keep my eye out for it. Because it's rather creepy. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to kill it and get on to the next one. Um, so if you give it a minute, even though I am in creative, it will still haunt me. You know what? Maybe I'll bait myself by going a survival. But as you can see, it has a way more complex and interesting behavior than the other monsters right off the bat. Just because it like stalks you and even gives you like a message of some fog. There is a chance it did despawn, but honestly, while I was like testing this video, I had multiple times where I was like, okay, well, whatever, it must have left me alone now or despawned when I died or something. And then I end up coming, and then like, I'll be chilling, doing something else, and then he ends up showing up later. So, we will keep our eyes out. Um, for him, but the next monster is the Unseen Death, which we will now check out. So I hope you enjoy. And without further ado, the Unseen Death.
Nice try.
So as you can see, it functions a lot differently than the other monsters in the way that it's kind of like a boss mob, and it will actually run away from you in certain scenarios if you if you get too close, like I just did there. However, if you look, it's actually left behind some signs for us. So let's check that out. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. I watched and waited. You think this can protect you? It is too late now. Your time will come. There's one more over here. One by one, they all fell. Huh. So yeah, it'll leave really creepy signs behind in your world. All the monsters actually have really complex AI, so I'm not actually sure of the capabilities of what all of them do or why they do the things they do. I'm not really sure, honestly, if I'm being fully honest with myself, but I think they're cool nonetheless. So next up is the Cavern Dweller. So without further ado, let's look at the Cavern Dweller. Cavern Dweller is actually one of the more interesting ones since, in a way, it's kind of friendly in a weird way. It's like it attacks you, but only on accident because it thinks you're playing, or what it is what the lore says, anyways. So if we spawn it in, so we can get a better look at it now. But Yeah, you'll hear the. Come closer. So this dude's really loud. But as you can see, if we get close enough, he'll engage in a game of chase with us. But then, if we get too close, he's off. So I'm gonna try and kill him, but he has slain me. So he's an interesting one because his AI is a little more complex than the others. But next up, I think it is the most famous horror mob of all time. So I don't need to give him much introduction. The man you've all been waiting for, of course. The next monster we're checking out is the Man from the Fog. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the Man from the Fog needs any other further explanation. Just because terrifying, haunting monstrosity. If you hear that whistle, you know it's time to run. But without further ado, let's check out the very next monster, which is kind of like one of two boss monsters, I guess, because the monsters kind of get progressively harder. Oh, the Man from the Fog is back. Okay, so if you escape him, he will come back. So keep that in mind. So now we can get a better look at him. Look at this nasty monster. The hunt is here. Look at this guy, though. Look how ugly he is. He is ugly. I'm just gonna stab him to death. He was actually really tanky. That took a lot. So, sorry, that's not the monster we're checking out. Oh yeah, sometimes those eyeballs will pop up and scare you just for fun. So, that is not the monster we're checking out. But, the monster we are checking out, without further ado, is the Goatman. All right, so that was the Goatman. Um, like I said, all of the mobs will occasionally disappear and reappear. So sometimes, let's say you gotta keep your guard up because here he is back again. So as we can see, his model's really cool looking. He makes a lot of really cool noises. And he has a really cool feature, which is that he actually comes with an additional monster. We might not see it here, but let's see. Let's hit him a couple times. I think we actually might have to just kill him. So as you can see, he is quite tanky. Quite tanky indeed. I don't know if he always comes with it or it happens after you kill him or what, but sometimes there'll be it'll look like another player. It'll look like another player in a sheepskin, and they'll like dash at you and attack you. So I don't know if that always happens every time he comes in, or if that's just like a once in a while thing, or what have you. But as you can see, you'll obviously get a lot of cool loot from killing each of the harder monsters, which is nice. There's also the altars, which will keep the monsters away for a time. But without further ado, let's check out the very last monster, which is the Watchtower. So obviously, as you can all see, the Watchtower is a gigantic, haunting robot that will chase you down. So the cool thing is the way he works is the bottom of his bar there is actually a detection meter. So when you're moving around in front of him, the more you move around, the more he's likely to target you and get angry at you. So if you see here, if I get all the way up to red mode, even now that I'm in creative, he is now paying full like attention to me whenever I get near him because, um, you know, he's mad at me. So that's, he has some really cool mechanics too. He's basically like a giant boss. So if you stay perfectly still and you get lucky enough for him not to wander up into your path, which unfortunately I was on an island here, so pretty much no matter where I went, he was going to run up on me. You can actually hide from him, which is cool. But that is the Dwellers add-on, which adds in a bunch, as you saw, a bunch of new monsters and new blocks. It also adds in cool stuff like sun and moon effects, as well as some other small things and interactions. And like I said, all the monsters have unique interactions and even dialogue and behavior, which is cool. And some of them can come out during the day, some of them can come out during the night. As you see, there's the eyeball effect I was talking about. So what's cool is if you get these shrines here, you can actually donate items to them, and it'll keep the cave dwellers from attacking you or spawning in, which I think is cool. But anyways, that is the dwellers add-on. Yeah, make it creepy, why don't you? So I hope you guys all did enjoy. It is Halloween, so I wanted to say happy Halloween to everybody, and I hope you guys enjoyed checking out this add-on. If you did, consider liking and subscribing, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know who you thought was the creepiest monster. And if you already subscribed, consider turning on notifications so you don't miss an upload. And yeah, consider joining the Discord and Patreon server. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one, whether that is a video, a live stream, a YouTube short, or even a TikTok. Thank you all so much for watching.